Hey, friends. Happy Thank Thursday. And I hope that's the mindset that you enter this day with. That mindset that I can be thankful for my goals, that I can enter today thankful for the dream, but simply I can enter today thankful for the things I'm looking to achieve. I want you to do that again, that you can enter today being thankful through the setbacks, through the doubt, but believing in the dream. That you can be thankful now. I think gratitude is the greatest attitude that we can bring to each day. It's those moments when you're more grateful that you get to the next level. Maybe you find yourself asking for more, but you're not grateful for where you're at. See, I believe it's one of those fundamental principles that when you're grateful where you're at, you'll be grateful when you get there. Many times we're delaying being grateful. We're saying, I'm going to be grateful when I get there. But realizing that you can be grateful now through the process, through the setbacks, through the challenges, but being grateful, knowing that these hard times are just a part of the journey. I want you to hear that again, that the hard times are a part of the journey. Think about how diamonds are created. The most beautiful, precious jewel in the world is created under pressure. I want you to hear that again, that the most precious jewel in the world is made under pressure. Isn't that powerful? So the hard times you're going through, the challenges you're pushing through, the obstacles you're overcoming are making you into the diamond you were born to be. See, the greatest you that will ever be. I want you to think about that. You are the only you that will ever be. So the hard times, the challenges you've overcome, the setbacks you've overcome are harnessing you into that diamond through the pressure, through the doubt, through the setbacks. You can be thankful. Thankful through the process, thankful through the setbacks, but thankful for the dream again. I want you to think about that. Can you be thankful now, even though times are hard? Can you be thankful now? Because it's the attitude of gratitude now that you'll have at that next level. See, it's it's so easy when you're at that high point. And I know it through the process, when you're in those down times, that's when it gets the hardest. That's when you're not as motivated. That's when you're not as thankful. But it's those times when you appreciate the process, is when you unlock that power of gratitude that's going to get you to that next level. And I'm super thankful for the opportunity to be here with you as we dive right on in to our daily positive quotation. And maybe you're wondering, Sam, what is a daily positive quotation? That's a great question. It's actually a book right here where it's going to give us the topic of the day. It's going to have a little story section, then a positive thought or a positive epiphany section. And today here, friends, on this Thankful Thursday, our topic is confidence. So now we're going to go right into our quote. And our quote says, I figured that if I said it enough, I would convince the world that I really was the greatest. And that's quoted by Muhammad Ali. Man, that is a powerful quote on this Thursday. So I'm going to repeat that again with our topic today, being confident. That quote, I figured that if I said it enough, I would convince the world that I really was the greatest. And that's quoted by Muhammad Ali. So now we're going to go right on into our little story section. It says, we walk in the room, head held high, confident, smile on our face. Everything about us tells people that we're somebody they would want to know. When we start with a confident attitude, we're almost irresistible. There's an expression, fake it till you make it, which means to act the part until you become it. If we don't feel confident, we can still fake it until we make it. And we will make it. Isn't that powerful? I'll repeat that again. It says, we can still fake it until we make it. And we will make it. Isn't that powerful? That it's through that expression is where we become. But I really want to go into our positive thought or our positive epiphany section. It says, if I act like I want to be, not only will others perceive me as confident, I will become more confident. I'm going to repeat that again is if I act like the confident person I want to be, not only will others perceive me as confident, I will become confident. I really love that. But I really love with our topic today being confident. I love that quote that it starts off with. It says, I figured that if I said it enough, I would convince the world that I was the greatest. Isn't that so powerful? And when I hear that quote, it makes me think about what are you saying about yourself? Because it was that conviction that he came in with saying, I am the greatest, that he became the greatest. And I want you to think about what are the things that you say about yourself? What are the things that you are? What are the self-imposed titles that you're taking from everybody else? What are those titles that you're giving yourself? Because I think it really comes down to when you are trying to become the person you want to be, the only person that can label you is you. Isn't that powerful? That Muhammad Ali decided, hey, I am going to be the greatest. But the first person he had to convince was not everybody else around him. It was himself. It was his own belief in himself that I am going to be the greatest because I'm putting in the work. And when he was showing up consistently saying he was the greatest, it was his own conviction that convinced everybody else. So I ask you that question again. What are the titles you're giving yourself? What are the limitations you're giving yourself? Are you telling yourself that you're the greatest? Are you telling yourself that your dreams are possible? Or are you saying, it's not possible for me? Because I believe that it's the conviction that he had right there is a two-way street. He could have said that I'm not going to be the best, that I'm all right, that I'll be an okay boxer. But it was that decision to say, I'm going to be the greatest, then it required the work to become the greatest. See, if he said, I'm going to be an okay boxer, he'd perform like an okay boxer. He would show up like an okay boxer. But it's when he decided, I am going to be the best, he took in the identity of being the best. But I really love how it says in the story section, it says, we walk into a room, head high, head held high, confident with a smile on our face. Everything about us tells people that we're someone we want to know, right? When we start with a confident attitude, we are almost irresistible. And I think that's a powerful thing there. We're almost irresistible. Entering confidently with your goal. Imagine that. Would it make your goal irresistible to you? Imagine entering confidently into those situations. Isn't it irresistible to be successful? I think it's when we come in with that mindset that goals are possible, that we're confidently going to do the work, that we're going to show up and get it done confidently, that even though you're afraid, even though you're fearful, even though you may have doubt, but you enter in confidently, I believe that's where you open that door of the possibilities opening for you. Is when you enter in with that belief that, hey, I'm going to show up and do what needs to be done, regardless of the fear that I feel. I'm going to hold my head up high. I'm going to shrug those shoulders back with that smile, believing that if I showed up here, I'm here for a reason. But I really love how it says this. Fake it till you make it, which means act the part until you become it. If we don't feel confident, we can still fake it till we make it. And we will make it. I want you to hear that again. I really love how it says, you can fake it till you make it, because eventually you'll make it. Maybe you're stepping outside and doing something you've never could imagine before. I think modeling is always a great way. We surround ourselves with people who are already successful at the thing, and it gives us that model. But eventually, you can only fake it so long, because eventually it just simply becomes who you are. Isn't that powerful? That we can model the great people that give us that example of setting the foundation, but eventually it becomes who you are. So I want you to ask yourself that question. Who are you modeling? Who can you model to set yourself up for success where you want to be at? Because I believe that there's so many people who set that foundation, but are you modeling? Because that comes in a two-way street as well. If you're not modeling success, you very well could be modeling failure. And if you've never seen what success is like, you wouldn't know what failure looks like. So I think it's a superpower when you model something successful. See, I think we're at an amazing point in history now that we have so much technology. Whether it's a book, chat GPT, YouTube, there's so much knowledge out there that we can almost remove the guesswork out of any situation for the most part. So if you haven't found the model, if you're feeling alone, there's somebody that's probably going through the exact same thing. But realize that, hey, this is an opportunity where you can stand out and step up into your destiny. And eventually, when you do that, that's who you'll become. But I really love that positive thought, that positive epiphany section. I love how it says, if I act like a confident person that I want to be, not only will others perceive me as confident, I will become more confident. Isn't that powerful? Maybe you're looking to become more confident, but you're not stepping forward and giving yourself that opportunity to be just that very thing. I think when it comes to confidence, it demands you take that step. Confidence is really just taking that step into the dark, realizing that, hey, you don't know where the next step may lead, but I'm going to show up through the fear, through the doubt, believing in possibilities again. This Thursday, I want you to more so realize that you can be thankful now. You don't have to delay being grateful, but realizing that gratitude is what gets you to the next level. It's being thankful right where you're at with what next level. But at the end of the day, I want you to remember that your goals and your dreams and the things you're looking to achieve this year are still possible for you. Take care. All right, friends. Well, hey, I'm super thankful I got to catch some of you live. Let me know what kind of time you hit this thing. I would love to know if these evening ones work better because I'd like to go live. I'd like to go live with you, my friends. But hey, at the end of the day, know that you are enough. Know that you matter. And the world is a better place with you in it. Take care, friends. Woo!